It's the Game of the MTGO Show.
So we're not attacking. Mizzix is mastering back Cruel Ultimatum. Could be a reasonable strat. Brain Freeze seems like a no attack card. This does feel like a good start to this step, Only protect. Well, the best, the best defense, right, is a good Brain Freeze. You like my shirt? Hey, thank you. Some fun little Hawaiian shirt colors. Is there anything else possible than Storm or Doomsday for not attacking? Oh yeah, plenty of things. Shieldred triggers. Chase the Mind Sculptor Ultimate. Straight up decking the opponent. It is much easier to deck somebody with Brain Freeze if you've cracked a jar or two. Faithless Looting plays pretty well with Mastery, though. It's worth thinking about. Thinking about Cryptic Command. But yeah, Doomsday's not in the cube. Nah, Dorkstorm. I mean, you could just fucking Thopter Sword, and some people will just concede to it, even if all you're doing is making blockers. But it can't be your only win con, because there are definitely people that are going to make you attack. I guess I'm supposed to take High Tide. My win rate with High Tide has been really low, but I'll grab it. Could work out. Citadel can be a win con. Think about Talisman, think about Citadel. I guess I grab it. High Tide has done better than Bubbling Muck, but they've both been pretty awkward. Maybe I should have grabbed the City of Brass there. It's awkward to spend a lot of life on your fixing with your Citadel deck. That's a nice one, though. Charter Course is nice. Could have been something for Mastery. A couple artifacts in case we find Tinker. That is the preferred way to play Citadel. Yeah, ideally I'd be cutting black. Doing Bubbling Muck and High Tide is so much worse than just trying to do one of them. Yeah, I've had a real rough time trying to make Bubbling Muck High Tide work. Ideally, we'd be in a place where we're like basically mono blue, then the Cryptic Command becomes a lot easier to cast too. But you'd almost need to have Tinker for Citadel if you're playing the Citadel. Could take Undercity Sewers. Could be a step in the right direction. Show and Tell for Citadel. That could work. That could be okay. Could be a ritual for the jar too. Looking at Narset and Mind Twist. There's Vampire too. It's hard to tell what's more important. Narset's gonna have a lot of hits in this deck. I wonder if we can take Narset and then like wheel Vampiric Tutor or something crazy. Because the pack is so black heavy. One Chrome Mox, please. That Xander's Lounge is mighty tempting. I wonder if Xander's Lounge is better. Chrome Mox is way better if we get a Tinker. Candelabra works with High Tide. I feel like I've done that deck before, though, and it really didn't work out very well. I'm just going to take Magma Opus for the Mastery. Have something to Mastery bank. Hand smoothing is only an arena best of one. Well, could be helpful. I do like that Shelldock, though. No other deck wants Opus, but that doesn't mean it's guaranteed to wheel. Especially when the cards are going to be in, like, the single digits, you know, coming back around. I wrote an article about that, Zerolith, or at least it goes into that. In general, you should be directing signals in pack 1. So, like, take the strongest card, regardless of signals. And then just make sure that you're sending intelligible signals for the rest of the pack. These mana rocks are so not good. The old Yawgmoth's ritual, Yawgmoth's will, no rituals.com. A little gross. Oh, Magma Opus wants to attack. Mastery's still good in Storm. Mind's Desire into Mastery kind of like gives you another Mind's Desire. I don't think an LED solves our problem. Yeah, this is the pack with Vamp and Mind Twist in it. Hopefully not playing Lim-Dl's Vault. Not high on that one. Well, there's a ritual. We did have to take the Yogg's Will over the Manamorphose, so it made it quite a bit juicier. Yeah, we have some win cons, but I don't know if that's gonna be good enough. I've had some like very good looking Storm decks scrub out this season. So far, my best record with Storm was 2-1 with a deck that looked pretty solid, Black Lotus and stuff. We'll see how pack 3 goes for me here. Mana Vault's a ritual of sorts. I don't need that Dack Fayden either. Dack also like fills up the graveyard for mastery and dig through time. I think we need the ritual though. You know, these talismans are pretty good, or are particularly good. They're both just blue producing. It's no attack, F3. It's there for you to read. We can draft creatures if we want. I think we need Dark Ritual to have a chance here. What a sick pack for us, though, huh? With Mystical, Volk, Grim Monolith, Urborg. Yeah, with these off duels and the Chrome Mox, it's not looking like a good Bubbling Muck or High Tide deck. Thinking about Dream Halls. Not sure it does enough without like draw 7s we can cast off of it, like Echo. We don't have a really nice discard outlet for Echo, but we've got like Chart a Course, and sometimes playing it for 6 mana is fine. I think it's the pick. And then in an ideal world, the Dream Halls would wheel because nobody else would want it, but we'll see. There's that Tinker I was talking about. There's also Wishclaw Talisman and Cruel Ultimatum. I'm going to take the Tinker. I think the Tinker makes this deck a lot better. 3 mana Bolas' Citadel is so much better than 6 mana Bolas' Citadel. Yeah, we're hoping to wheel the Ultimatum. We'll see. Brainstorm can be sweet with Citadel. Looking at Rite of Flame and Raucous Theater. Just throwing an Otawara in the mana base. Wow, Dack wheeled, and Mystical Tutor. Mystical much better than Beseech. The triple black on Beseech is awkward. Mystical's going to set up for the turn 3 Tinker too, which Beseech does not do. Could get some like really high impact wheels here, depending on what everybody else at the table is feeling. Pack 3 did help a lot, yeah. There's the Dream Halls. Yes. All right, now we got a deck, huh? Now we got a deck. I think we're not playing this seeding song. I don't think it does anything for me. But we just don't have that much use for a pile of red mana. Does Yawgmoth work with Dream Halls? Mana cost for a spell. Yeah, it looks like it works with it. All other drafters are paid actors. No, it's just that nobody else could use Dream Halls or Cruel Ultimatum. They were just like worthless for the rest of the draft. And they still might not have wheeled, right? Like the Cruel Ultimatum was in a pack with 2 other cards. Sometimes people just grab shit. It's me on people. Might cut that Magma Opus. Because it makes a 4/4. You can look like BM, just like make a 4/4 and pass with it while the opponent's at 4 life or whatever. Cryptic Command's kind of sick. Dream Halls. Sometimes it's nice to have a counter spell. That's true. We are not going to have any creatures to get back with Cruel Ultimatum. Let's see. We got like 8 lands here. A lot of our worst cards are early game artifacts that also make Tinker a lot better. I also feel like Lim-Dl's Vault and Magma Opus are pretty underpowered for the deck, but they do pitch to Dream Halls really well. Lim-Dl's Vault being able to pitch for blue cards or black cards is really nice. In particular, I could probably get one of these get rid of one of these things, right? 5 early game artifacts plus Dack to steal them. Magma Opus makes a treasure for Tinker. It's worth thinking about. Do we need Mastery in our Cruel Ultimatum deck? Yeah, we need Mastery. Mastery is really good in Storm. You should rarely be considering cutting that one, I think. It's especially good in your fucking Cruel Ultimatum Dream Halls Storm deck. Oh, showed up. Hey, CJ, thanks to the sub. Thanks to 49 months. You like Lim-Dl's Vault with Citadel? Yeah, it's not terrible with that specifically. But we already have like Mystical Tutor and Brainstorm to manipulate Citadel. I don't think we need to play a bunch of cards to do that. Hey, our condition, thanks to the sub, thanks to 15 months. Maybe I'm cutting Memory Jar, just because it's not castable off of Dream Halls. It is nice to have something to tinker for if you already drew the Citadel. And it does make it way easier to kill someone with Brain Freeze. Hey to Prince, thanks to the sub, thanks to 65 months. Yeah, what if I cut Brain Freeze? Is that an interesting cut? We did see Breach, yeah. We took Mystical Tutor over it. Both Talismans are blue producing. So it's like 13 blue. Lrien Revealed cannot get a red source. So it's like 5 red. And 7 black. I think I want 6 red. You hope Eternal Champ brings the sword to the show and I get knighted. I also would like to get knighted. That would be sick. Could save the mana vault for Storm count, but I think we're going to be getting Storm count from playing cards with Citadel. I don't think we're going to get... We're not like a Mind's Desire deck. So there's blown up 2 things. It's pretty rude. There's something to not sacking this Pyrite Spellbomb. So you have an artifact for Tinker. I think there's a reasonable chance that Narset finds us Tinker too. So I'm not going to crack here. If the opponent had a board presence where they were like attacking with shitters and stuff, I'd be more into binning Opus and getting it back with Mastery. But currently they have no pressure. So we'll just do this. And now we've got a Tinker in hand and an artifact in play. My opponent's sacking Nurturing Peatland and Narset. We did it! No attacking! The shame concession. Been there, friend. Been there. Look, they stone rained me like 3 times. It's only fair that I get them back, right? The hardest part about this stip is going to be remembering not to attack with my 4/4. I don't think we can exile Tendrils to Chrome Mox. I think we need this to win. That's one of the nice things about leaving the Brain Freeze in. Yeah, very tempting to exile the Night's Whisper and have access to black mana. But this sets me up for Narset next turn, which I think is good. Does anyone play Seething Song in their fair red-green beat stack? You can, if you've got a lot of 5s. Yeah, I think you could consider a 5 for that. Even then, it'll get boarded out a lot. Wonder what they detutored up. It was probably that Dack. Maybe we can draw a land and then down tick Narset to find Dack of my own and just like steal the shit back. So we're a mana away from playing the Citadel, right? That's pretty good. Yeah, just gonna pass here. Please uptick Dack. Please, please uptick Dack. Do I have a Wrightson piece of Swamp Thing art? No, 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 no. It is... My vision's not great. Long distance. It's a Alfredo Alcala. Classic Swamp Thing artist. Anyway. Showing it off, because it makes me happy. Could Mystical Tutor. I don't think Mystical Tutor does a lot for me. Their Oath of Truitzing. Incredible. Should I just Cruel Ultimatum them? I don't want to make a Citadel into the onboard deck down tick, right? Right, Eric? They bin 2 cards, I draw 3 cards. Felt good. I did the issue is that I binned my Dark Ritual, right? That was the real issue. Because now we can't just slam Citadel. But we can spend a turn digging around with Dig Through Time. Magma Opus gives me a treasure too that can use to cast the Citadel. Is it better to Dig Through Time or bin Magma Opus here? Is the real question. Probably Dig Through Time. How many cards would I have to exile? Actually, I don't exile these cards. Did draw the opponent a card. I guess we can fix that. Oh, the Cruel Ultimatum's already gone. The game has ended. Sweet. I was saying that 2-1 is the Storm Trophy. But is fire off Night's Whisper? Oh, not anymore. I was gonna say that, like, if you don't play anything on turn 1, you just go like land go, and then turn 2 land Night's Whisper. You'll have 8 cards at the end of turn, and then we could have been the Echo. Been the Echo that way. But they're thought seizing, so that no longer works. Yeah, not surprised to grab Narset. Correct alter the dude. It'd be failing the step if I attacked. Not familiar, Institute. Yeah, I was thinking about whether I wanted to run out a swamp, a mountain, or the underground sea. And I eventually played the underground sea, knowing that even if they wastelanded me, I could tutor up the Lrien Revealed. And then they had it strip mine, so strip mine could have hit any of the lands, but that's why I was fine exposing the sea. Okay, cool. Plundering so generously. Probably chill on this Talisman until the turn before I'm going to need it. So Plunder is not hitting for extra damage. Five cards in the bin. I could just dig here. Probably correct, Citadel's starting to get a little ugly. With the amount of damage they've dealt me. Opponent's got lethal here, so we gotta do something on our turn. Interesting. There's some burn. So Black Source would let me cast this Cruel Ultimatum. And Loot Effect would let me master it back. Dark Ritual would also work as a Black Source. Dack Fayden works. Oh, right, the Cruel. I was so close to bidding like a Consider here or something. I literally did something like that yesterday. You thought I was messing with chat? No. So I gotta imagine they're sacking the Evolved Sleeper, and then on board, I go up to 9. This thing... Yeah, might as well just Consider, Okay, please don't kill me. I mean, they don't have any cards in hand, at least. Yeah, I remember that German Gary Oak. That was a good one. I could use 2 cards. No, I'll not play it now. Maybe now I'll Knight's Whisper. 2 life, you say? Well, they're not playing the Bone Crusher. I guess they still could. Yeah, I almost want to Dream Halls instead of just casting the Opus. I think the opponent's trying to figure out if they should be trying to clear mirror, clear Dack. If you tap the Bone Crusher Giant, you take 2 damage. So, no reason to tap it here. Dream Halls does nothing special with Citadel, right? Do I need to win this turn? I feel like I don't necessarily need to win this turn. We can Pyrite Spellbomb, kill an Inti. I mean, if they just hit me for 4, then I can't really do anything with Citadel anymore. If the Brainstorm finds Yawgmoth, can I win from that? There's the Tendrils in there too. Storm kind of won. How the draft's been today? Pretty well, pretty good. Yeah, let's try to course then Brainstorm. We see like the whole deck, right? Gambling. Yog's Will would help if we needed Storm here, but we don't, because it's already plenty. No attacking required. Got a little scary at the end there. Got a little scary. You never worried? Yeah, right? Song requests are definitely open. Hell yeah. Yeah, the Cruel Ultimatum Magma Opus part of the deck. Maybe necessary to have early game against aggro. Can remove this stomp. I was going to play the Lrien Revealed, but now I think I want to... Actually, I could Brainstorm and then fucking Tutor. Alright, let's do that. Yeah, but we're not playing 7 mana and 8 mana spells for them. We're not paying 7 or 8 mana, right, to boom. We're paying 4 or 5 mana. And we have acceleration and rituals and stuff. Like, it wouldn't be crazy for us to turn 3 Cruel Ultimatum somebody in this shell. Hey, SD Piper 12, thanks for the 60 months. Too bad we don't have a blue land for Tinker. Maybe I should have Brainstormed before my land drop, huh? Could literally turn 2 Tinker here. You're wondering whether it's correct to hit Narset or face? Oh, Narset easily. No contest. Losing the Underground Sea is kind of a bummer. Hopefully we find another blue source off the top of our library. Hey, Unexpected Pineapple, thanks to the $5. Nice. They made me discard 2, you discard 3. And then we still have Mastery to just cast the Cruel next turn. Oh, they got an Inti trigger. Fair enough. They deserve it, you know, they deserve an Inti trigger. I'll pause this, and we're going to listen to Unexpected Pineapple's request. They said they've been jamming to the new Ugly UK album a bunch. This track's called Hands of Man. There are no creatures to get back with Cruel Ultimatum. Oops. I'll restart that. What's the overload? 8. A little shy here. Yeah, right, Citadel? Or Hogwash, right? Hogwash, talking about Citadel. I agree. Cards that manipulate the top of your library, like Mystical Tutor and Brainstorm. Cards that we already want in our Storm deck are pretty sweet. Yeah, the opponent is aware that I've got Tendrils in the deck from the first game, and after the Yogg's Will, we've got Mystical Tutor in the graveyard. So even though they don't know that I've got the win condition, still a very, very safe spot to scoop there. We're 2-0. This is the best a Storm deck has done so far this season. Might even collect a trophy here. Yeah, there's so many cards that let you play off the top. Easy to get them all confused. Put a mold to 5 on the play. This is weird, but I'm going to imprint this Dack and just kill their halfling. Dack's a pretty good imprint, right? Kind of does all my fixing here. I know they only have 3 cards to work with. Could Dream Halls work in Reanimator? Yeah. Yeah, I've seen people do that. Another Inti opponent. Oh, showed up. He Institute thinks the Sob thinks the 4 months. I also love Inti, yeah. I don't think we're playing this Otawara. I think I want to save it to cast the Dream Halls. You could do a mini Yogg's Will here, where you just, like, draw a bunch of cards. But then you're tapping the mana vault. It's kind of rough. Might save you life in the long run, though. Maybe I will do the Otawara bounce thing. Hey, Shrines, thanks for the Sob, thanks for the 30 months. They hit a Bronco there. Brutal. Kind of exactly what they were looking for, huh? Hey, Zidru thinks the $4.20. They know about the Otawara, so I didn't expect them to crew the Snorse. Cooligan's Command could be a real one. Does that leave me dead on board? No. They can hit for 5. Sucks we don't have 2 of this card, huh? If we draw the Cruel Ultimatum a turn sooner, then you can play, then flashback the turn after. I mean, I guess they knew about the flashback card, so they probably wouldn't have left Cruel in the bin. I think we need to draw something here. The Cruel Ultimatum life isn't enough by itself. Oh wow, we got a lot of song requests here. I'm gonna start firing them up. This is from Zidru the Growth-Hearted. Thanks to the 420 Zidru. And then it's Jason Bagababagi. Thanks to the $5 at Institute. Thanks to the $5. I'm not actually sure what I could draw into. But I think my odds are still higher than if I Narset down tick. If I'm them, I'm sacking Bronco, because the other two just fucking do it. Yeah, we already played our land for the turn. We already been to Otawara. Maybe Tinker. Tinker into sack out could be a line. I go up to 7 here and then down to 6 from tinkering. Tinker into a mini Tendrils or something. I didn't get anything. But they sacked the Ooze, and then they have 4 damage on board. Okay. Yeah, if they keep the Ooze and the Inti, they just have it, right? Because the Ooze is already a 3/3, and the Inti can bin a card to be a 3/3, and then you just activate Ooze once. That's 7. Not that I'm complaining, mind you. That's why you play the card. That's why you cast it. This hand almost gets there with the natural Tendrils, Narset, Talisman, Dark Ritual, Tendrils is 8. They're at 10. Maybe they can take 2 from a Bronco here. Well, the Narset would be finding me the Tendrils. BK Kids Club is the idea there. Oh, that'll do it for them, Other than Otawara, Snaps in the cube. I think Repeal is not. But could have also like played a Mox or something. Post Cruel resolving to get other colors. I still would have played to have lethal on board in their spot. I mean, that sounds delicious, Workshops. Well, that reminds me, I gotta make a cheese order. I like this track, but we got more song requests. It's Jason Bagubagi donated and says, I've loved learning high quality magic from you, and I've already discovered some new music through your channel too. Thank you for all your content. Hell yeah. Let's see what we want to listen to. TRS 80, Don't Mess with Illinois. This track has 700 views on YouTube. That's how you know it's good. Where do I order my cheese from? A local Wisconsin company. Hey, Box of the Shoes, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 110 months. Okay, okay. Next turn, I like playing the Otawara, tapping the Swamp for Pyrite, and passing with Mystical Brainstorm. Ideally setting up Tinker. I'm not planning on Vegas this year, no. Wow. Outlook is bugging out. Is this a good spot to brainstorm? I think we wait a turn. Then on board they have 9 damage for next turn. 9's not 0 though. Institute 11 has a song request. Let's see what they want to listen to. Thanks to the $5 Institute. This is La-Di-Da, the 2006 remaster with Jacob Thackeray. Is it not 11? I might have the uptick. Yeah, they can lethal me, but then they're not clearing Narset. What's the use? We got a long tank on this grief. Feels like an uptick to me. Her Scabby Cat. Chat counted out 11. Ha! Barely 5 damage here. GG. Oh, nice little 2-in-1 there, huh? That's a $20 profit. Nice little stip draft.